Hello, folks, and welcome to a brand new season of the Simulation Soccer League. It's preseason day 2. We're here in the minor league. We'll be watching 5 amazing matches coming up here. But as well, this is our first commentated match of the season. So a lot of things to go here for Mr. Pablo Kawasaki here, as he looks forward to see some of the new faces that came in from last season's draft. Try to see which players got promoted towards their major league team here. So some exciting things to test for myself and for everyone else. As I think, looking back, I don't recall I did a minor league match day last season. I'm pretty sure I did just a lot of major leagues. So it's going to be very cool to see what teams have going on for themselves for this opening match here. We're going to be seeing some North Shore going as Rapid Mega. Just Newson, of course, picking up a couple goals in day 1 of the preseason. And we'll be going against what will be a very strong North Shore United team who are always battling amongst the top of the table. So I have to see what they can do here in the season. They're going to be in the black going from your left to your right. And in the purple and black will be a Rapid going from your right to your left. Early corner kick here for Bunsen. It'll look to go towards that near post, but it's headed away by Gibraltar. Let's take a quick look on the formations. I like that Rapid formation. A little bit of some offset going on right there. Standard side here for North Shore United, but of course teams will adjust the tactics, of course, as we get moving towards the season, as there's a nice little catch there for Lax. As he's going to take his lovely time here to boot this one up the field. As we take a look here towards these two teams later on here, as Rashford's going to carry this one in, and it's a nice touch in. Zaza Banana puts it home. Early goal here for North Shore United, as they're just picking up some of the numbers here for each team. A couple new faces, of course, on this Rapid squad. But it is Banana who gets things going out here with the opening goal of the game. Banana, of course, one of their draft choices this season for North Shore United, joining Brody James and Kelsier Summers as their 3 draft choices. They'll be looking towards Banana to be a good offensive force and showcasing that here early in the preseason, as you see a huge scramble going in front of the net. It's going to be Gibraltar. Trying to get the Jones. Rashford's there, and a player gets knocked down as Rashford gets brought down. It's going to be a penalty here, and you know what? Let's let the rookie take it. Banana up here once again. And Banana puts it right down the middle. It is an early 2-0 lead for North Shore United in the 19th minute. Again, it's preseason though, so a lot of things still to happen here for the squads. As we see Lind, of course, the regen back up here. Mr. Commissioner himself back up here with the defender. He's going to have the ball. Going to go over towards Bunsen, who will chip this ball forward. Finds Albinson. Albinson puts it across, and there's just Newson again. There we go. Justin Newson with another goal in the preseason. Got the extension on the contract, trying to see if they can earn a bigger deal, as they get a nice pass in there from Albinson. And they have brought the score back to 2-1. Of course, the draft choices here for Rapid. They picked it Bunsen, Pointment, Doug, Martin, Lind, and of course their goalkeeper in Lax. A huge draft class for this team, as they're going to look to join in with those season 20 players they picked up and make a good push in the upcoming seasons. As here is a Work. Work tries to play across and gets plugged by Doug the second. And I'll go over here for a corner kick. Here's a Rashford. Gibraltar. Finds Chicken. Furious Chicken, of course, a familiar player up in the Major League, but it's hitting those regressions here. Season 7 player, though. Come on. Great job so far. Furious Chicken definitely going to be a leader here on this North Shore United squad. So we'll keep an eye on him as well as Knezovic. Now it's Bunsen finding Albinson towards Lind. Pretty fresh-faced right side of the field there for Rapid. Timotheus. Appointment for the shot from range. Good catch there by Dennis Mobeck. I just want to make it known towards Mobeck, though, if you are tuning in. You're missing right now on the budgets sheet, so got to make sure you get added back on there. But as we continue on here, Gibraltar did pick up a yellow card as we are half an hour into our play here. It is 2-1 for North Shore United in our opening of 5 matches here in the minor league. Here's a Bunsen going to carry this one up, hurling himself through down the right flank. He's got 2 jerseys with him for support, and he's going to find one of them. And there's a shot getting flied over the goal. Good effort there from Jim Theus. There's another opportunity there. That one gets tipped over. Good save there from Mobeck. I think he's going to play a little bit of a low drive off the corner. Gets cleared away. And there's a foul there. It's going to be a push from behind. And it's the referee just going to give a warning here to Stamp. Yeah, looks like just a warning there. A little bit lucky to avoid a counterattack. Usually referees would look towards giving a yellow card in this one. So fortunate there for Stamp not to get in towards the book. Rashford going to carry this one up. And play towards the top for Summers, and that hits off the crossbar. Good effort. But yeah, it's going to be a very busy season for this Rapid squad. A lot of players on the last year of their contract, so I would be expecting to see some extensions come through before the season starts. As you get towards the halftime break, it is 2-1 for North Shore United for Rapid. Again, we're in preseason, so we're going to be a little bit chiller here on the broadcast. Talked about some of the season previews, what to expect from each squad as well. But so it's going to be a busy offseason for the team as they look to try to lock these players down. I was saying North Shore as well has pretty much a lot of their major league team secured in Reykjavik, and same with their minor league players. Just a few players here and there looking towards extensions, but we'll definitely see them probably get locked in very soon. Second half is just starting though, and it's work getting things going here with a nice run down the right side. Trying to find Zaza Banana. I'm going to have so much fun saying that name during the season. Good choice of a name. Let's go towards the near post. Gibraltar can't get to it. James back for Rashford. Gibraltar trying to hurl it towards that top corner. Did not miss that one by much though. And he'll go for a goal kick. Here's Albinson. Gets a block there. Doug tries to put an effort in. Doesn't get his way through. Now it's a counterattack for North Shore. Here's Banana. Looking for some support though. Smart play from the rookie, but unfortunately does not find James. There's Chicken. Work. Tries to put it in, and it gets blocked here, and Lax, though, will be able to grab that one. As there's Derbatov to work. Finds Summers. Banana. Banana with an effort. Lacks. That's going to be a tough frame to get by. Did put up one of the top TP, I believe, in the draft class. This Snorlax. There's the 3 goalies at the top. Rare to see, though. I usually see other positions leading on the top. Seeing the goalies at the top of the draft class for their TP earning was definitely a welcome sight to see. Here's ball. Good carry through. Just saw a lot of avenues. Like, all right, you know what? I might as well shoot that. There's a little bit of a trip up there, but it's going to be an injury. Oh, no, not to him. And it's going to be a yellow card as well going towards Chris Warwick. Going to have to see was just Newson okay. Looks like he's able to play on. So maybe just got a nice little bruise. Going to feel that in the morning. But he's going to be able to play on here and work with the ball with his yellow card. We'll continue on. So 2 defenders now on the North Shore squad holding yellows. Warwick going to carry this ball forward, carrying it across. Can't find Banana, but there's James once again. Brody James, one of the draft choices. Little shot from range. And that one's not going to miss it by my Commentator with a good effort there. Commentator towards the ball with the shot, and just wasn't great finish there, though. Gonna go for a goal kick, as the scores does remain still 2-1 as we're reaching towards that 75th minute mark here in our opening match. Albinson. It's poked aside Matthias Summers. Here's ball. Stamp, though, does intercept. Finds Pointman. Gonna put this one in for the striker, and looks like he's all okay. But that finish wasn't all okay, as he gets a corner kick, though, out of it. There's Martin. Play will continue off. Actually, pretty even, though, between these 2 squads. Looking towards the teams. As we'll see what we got here. For the squads, as you see North Shore just continuing to pass that ball around. Mega with the average of 660 on their minor league team. North Shore, 770. So gonna see some good matches here between the 2 squads. Of course, you have 2 teams with a higher average, but otherwise pretty even across the board. So it's going to be an interesting minor league season upcoming here for the teams to see, okay, who's going to step out ahead and who's going to put some strong shots. But it's Rashard's ringing the iron. I think that crossbar is still shaking after that one. Matthias. Gibraltar. Can we see one more effort here, though, for the team in purple going forward? Rashford. That's going to carry it up. Hans Bunsen, just got to double check here. We're on the right highlights, right? There's a lot of highlights for this game. Summers just got to make sure, got to keep an eye on that. Lind for Doug. There's the effort, but it goes over. Look, just a minute of additional time. So one last play here to round out this opening match of the preseason. And Gibraltar tried to go on the near post. Just hit the side of the goal. But that will do it, as there is the full-time whistle. And it's going to be North Shore United taking a 2-1 victory, but it's going to be Sam Albinson with dropping an 8.2. Well done, Sam, for your player of the match, dropping a 9.1 on the miles. Actually, I got a really good question here. Why are we using miles? Interesting. Maybe just because of formatting. If you do kilometers, it's just going to be a little bit wider, maybe. But just an interesting one to think about. Taking a look at here. But otherwise, on the board here, Banana, of course, dropping the 7.9 with the 2 goals, 7.7 for Rashford. Seeing Bunsen dropping a 7.0, so some good efforts across the board for the teams. So good opening match here. Excited to see what we got next year with the opening squads. All right, let's see some Krung. Ooh, against Montreal. That's going to be a fun game here. Of course, one of the expansion squads from last season dropping in here. They're going to be going against a always very strong Montreal United, or Montreal, depending where you're from. I probably am still saying it incorrectly. I don't have my Quebecois French accent on me currently, but we are underway here in our second match of the day. Very excited to see these teams for the first time in this upcoming squad season. So we'll talk about them in just a minute, but it's going to be Apostle. Gonna try to care for it. Finds Elliott, and Billy Elliott fires that one home, and it's an early goal for the Krung as they work well, and it's a howitzer of a shot coming off the corner kick. Brilliant job there. Billy Elliott, of course, the season 20 player, put in a good opening season, looking to try to continue on that for this upcoming season, in season 21. They made looks like 5. They picked up 5 players in the season 21 drafted the Krung squad. They've got Sandro da Silva, Dave Oliver, Apostle, Matt Stroh, and Mazid Al Kazmi. So a lot in the midfield. Lots in the midfield they look to improve upon. They also picked up a couple more players, and they put them immediately in towards their major league squad, of course. And Diego Machado and Owen Roberts currently sing on the major league squad, as well as Elizabeth Rose Blood Flame. So I might. Unlucky there for the midfielder, Corey Musakana. There's a nice low cross there from De Silva and just got the left foot. But I think if didn't touch it, Roger was right there to tap it home. So good ball, good play. Always put the ball in the dangerous area and good things will happen. And it's a great start here for the Kongtep squad. As they're going to look to continue here off the corner kick. Can they add one more? This is impressive on this preseason so far. Looking for some support, trying to find Elliott, but good job there. Coming in from Millwall, but Millwall gives it right back towards El Kazmi. El Kazmi try to play it in. It's a good shot and it's a good save. Stroke try to put it forward. But Saren Satrell does a great job making the save. I'm pretty sure he's one of the top goalkeepers right now, but I think this will be the last season for the goalkeeper, as they're just going to look to be a veteran presence, trying to see if they can lead Montreal United to one more minor league title before retiring at the end of the season. So, a mainstay in the major league, trying to finish off with a great finish. There's a great finish. There's Takeda Takahashi with a banger from range and brings the score now to 2-1 here in the 27th minute. As I saw a nice interception there from Skovgaard. The two Skovgaards working together. Gets it towards Takahashi, and we were just mentioning it earlier. You see the goal and you want to strike it from range. Why not? And there's Takahashi. Brilliant finish right there. Of course, signing a great extension. 3 more years on the deal with a 2.5 million on the salary. Does Takahashi, and definitely earning that extension with that banger of a shot. But looking towards the squad here for Montreal, of course, getting a couple players in the draft. Muzukana, one of those players, and Madison being the second one. I gotta learn how to do that letter. How to I'm pretty sure it's Danish. Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. But make sure I get that pronunciation correctly for later on. Continue on here. Trying to see if they can get this game tied up, though. Here's Skovgaard. Madison. Sinclair. Finds Dobrich. And he's not able to put it for the goal. But great ball there from Sinclair. The two working together up top once again. Just couldn't get the finish there. But definitely those two will be the highlight players to watch an eye out for up top for this team to get the goals going. But here's McGarry. Finds Apostle on the cross. Patterson gets up high. But it's going to be offside, though, so it doesn't really matter much. But I'd like to see the good height there regardless. Roger. Trying to put this one back in. Roger gets knocked down, though, but it's a good interception. That was all ball there from the touch there from Clark. Good job there on the defensive play. Nice ball up forward towards Patterson, and he puts it towards the bottom corner. Dom Patterson with a great finish. That is a striker's finish right there. Doesn't have to go for the power. Put the accuracy in place, as De Silva did well to win the ball up. Apostle found Roger, and Roger found that inside cut run between the two center backs and just placed it in towards the bottom corner. Gets it done. This is a dream start for the Krung. As we take a look here towards the offside, it was Clark actually who kept the player onside. But there we go towards the halftime break. A great first half for the Krung side. Where's Patterson dropping that 7.6? Bobby Green 7.0 on the side for them. Montreal going to try and see if they can get something going here towards the second half. Continue on here with the second half. Here's Green. Alkazmi gets up towards Patterson. Patterson going to carry it forward, and that's a good save there from the goalkeeper. Able to get that over the goal as they do get another chance here on the corner kick. A lot of corner kicks here early. Gets it towards the near corner here. Try to get back towards Apostle. Apostle's going to try a shot. That one does go over the goal as well. Just enjoying the play here so far. A lot of chances. Just calm and composed play. Players are feeling each other out here on the field. Seeing what type of space they have. What kind of locations they're able to get over towards the field. As they try to get that one. Nice little cross for a header. And that one's going to go over for a goal kick. Patterson, though, he's been a little bit of everywhere here on the pitch. Not afraid to drop back into possession, but here comes Dobrich. He likes to go with that pace. Can he drive it all the way there? Smart play back for Skovgaard, who puts it home. That is a smart play from the striker. Dobrich recognizing, okay, you know what? I put the pace in, but I'm stuck in the corner. Let's just play it back. I'm going to have some support. I don't even know if that was a no-look pass, and somehow that shot went through three bodies and puts it home. Nice job there from the squad, and it's now 3-2 in this game. This game's not over for some fun free preseason play. Players are still fighting out here for playing time, for positions. Gonna try to give it all out here on the pitch. Nice header up for Roger. Roger with the shot sends that route, though. Does a great job deflecting that one over. Apostle with another shot from range. Another good save. King for Skovgaard here. Zach Skovgaard finds Millwall. And play across. There's no way he was onside. Yeah. There was no way he was onside there. He had a mile. Or sorry, we had this conversation. A kilometer of space in front of him. But good job there, getting to open space regardless. As there's Kerrigan once again making a nice little job on the cross. Playing it forward for Patterson. And he tried it again. Good job there, though, recognizing the save. Said, okay, he went for the bottom corners again. Let's just get the leg out, make the save. And he made it count. Brilliant job there. Clock continues on here. Can Montreal find themselves the tying goal? We're going to have to wait and see here. Skovgaard finds Sinclair. Over towards Clark. Millwall. Nice and great job there. There's Dobrich on the finish. Is he onside? Yes, the flag does stay down. Is there VAR in preseason? Well, let's take a look here. I replay my show here. Is he dead? Let's see. Okay, let's see this again. Green kept him outside. Because I was looking at the player on the right. I said, there's no way. Green kept him outside. Hey, you know what? Way to toe the line, though, but great job. Way to get the goal. It is a 3-3 game. Good job there from the production team, recognizing, okay, commentator's confused. Let's draw a line a la American football and showcase what happened there. Roger. Finds Patterson. They had the lead, but unable to put the finishing touch on the strong Montreal team. And now Montreal's going to put it right back down the throat. It's Governor, and he puts it home. Woo-wee! That is what you expect from this Montreal United team. No lead is safe. They will always find a way back. And Sinclair left that one for Skovgaard, carried it forward, and a powerful finish on the near post. Great finish. Takahashi got that opening goal. Absolute banger. Probably the goal of the game in this one. Madison forcing Sinclair, and it hits it off the post and in. A clinical finish for Maggie Sinclair. And that's going to put the bow on this preseason game. I see a good run in from Sinclair. Just chipped it forward. Just got enough of the inside of the post to just go over the goal line. Let's take a look here. Another tight offside, but this one a little bit closer than the previous one. Good timing of the run. And it's been a great game regardless. You know what? We got the goals here in this one. A lot of fun stuff. And just our second match of the day. Take a look here. Player of the match, of course, Alexander Skovgaard with the 2 goals. 8.6, of course, Madison with the 8.4 themselves. Like I said, Roger, and Don Patterson, though, they did their work. They got the goals forward for their team. Just couldn't keep the ball out of the net, though. A great second half with 4 goals from Montreal United. Great job of finding a way back into the game. That's 2 games down. Let's see what we got coming up next in our next match of this preseason. Give ourselves a little bit of a breather here, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already doing so. All right, moving on here. We got Kapstad against Inter London in our next match. Got to make sure the speed is correct. And we're ready to get underway here. Our third match of the day. Of course, Kapstad, always a tricky squad. Going against an Inter London team. It's continuing to grow. And it's a nice early save there for Jones. Sanji gets it over towards the victim. Well, that's going to be an interesting name to keep saying out here on the field. We return back here with the free kick here for Lightning, who fires it over the goal. Man, a lot of puns ready for the season for Victim. That's going to be dangerous. But here is Dobra over towards Lightning. Of course, Capside in the green. Getting their ball forward at like 2% towards Scuffguard. Stoosh there picking up a yellow card for London. We'll talk about these two teams later on here, what they got in towards the draft. Of course, a very busy draft here for the Inter-London squad. Picking up Asanji, Stoosh, Pope Francis, Yeoman. Oh, gosh. Of course, Academic Victim, Waynes, and of course, their goalkeeper in Gunn Jr. So a lot of fresh faces out here joining the few season 20 players. So, of course, just Pablo being the only non-season 20 or 21 player, drafted player on this Inter-London squad. So, very young team looking to try to put a good team in the upcoming seasons. Goes against Capset's squad, of course, is always a tricky team to play against, as there is Gorgon getting the opening goal of the match. Nice little touch and finish. As we see a great ball played in from at like 2% to get that going. As we get a nice little replay there. 3 jerseys up there. Just the one defender. And the defender wasn't able to make the block with just so much pressure around them. And Capstad with a great finish. Putting it home as we take a look on the offside. But of course, I think just a couple new fresh faces for this team from Capstad on the Cape Town. Of course, Maverick Jones, and they have a goal. They got 3 goalkeepers, so it's going to be interesting to see. I feel like Dexter Hall won't be playing as much in goal in this season. So Maverick Jones, though, is one of the new goalkeepers, as well as Tommy Moff being their other new player. So just 2 new faces on the squad. Nice little header there from DeWitt. Gunn Jr., though, does a block there. Another save. A lot of pressure coming in early from this Capstad squad. Here's Scuffguard towards Lightning. DeWitt. Crowd getting a little into some great pathing in for Ashworth, who puts it home. Boom, boom, boom. But the only problem is it's offside. That was some great passing, though. Clinical. And it's a brilliant header off the corner kick. Phantom on it and finds Calderon. And he is able to put that in towards the bottom corner. It is all FC Capstad here early in this one. They're just putting it on. Calderon does a great job. And that's always a tricky one for goalkeeper. If you make it bounce before it gets to the goalkeeper, because it's kind of, you don't know when it's going to bounce. You don't exactly know the approximation of where to make your dive. It's always a very difficult save as a goalkeeper. Do you play it before the bounce? Do you try to time it? So if you play it a little bit of a bounce header right in front, it can work out for you. It's kind of something different for goalkeepers to be able to make an adjustment on and be able to go forward. Nice job there. As Kane got denied what would have been a great goal there. Trying to find Kane once again, but here's Fantoven's now the other direction. Dobra. Fantoven's gets it back. Leaves it for Lightning. And it's a good save there. Gunn Jr. being busy here early. Lightning. Gets it towards the top. Leaves it for DeWitt. Gonna reset this one, though. Didn't see anything going forward, and I like that. You know, don't force it. If you don't see anything going forward, bring it back, reset, and start again. Sanji. Gonna try a shot there. Nice job there from Obranza. Able to make the block there on that one. Of course, sorry. Trying to get things going out here. As we see Sanji. For Waynes. Good interception, though. London's trying to get that ball forward. They're trying to make the touches going. Of course, they got a La Tactica, always looking out for them. Trying to find something to go forward, but with the almost identical formations, it's going to be a little bit trickier for them to find a way through this Kapstad defense. Nice little job on the header again. A little bit of bouncing one. I like 2% puts this one back in. It's a huge scramble, and Calderon is able to find it. And he's able to put it towards the bottom corner. To get towards the halftime break again, it's just been all Capstat here, as proven here by the XG. But gotta give credit, Stungun Jr. 6 saves so far in that opening half. Good job from them. Look on the other side, of course, Calderon with an 8.7 at like 2%, of course, with 2 assists, dropping that 8.3 as well. So a lot of good things going forward for the squad. Couple changes out here for the Capside squad. Of course, one change here for London. Polio, the veteran leadership on the field now for this second half. Moff. Towards Calderon, one of the new players here on this Capside squad, looking to try to make their impact as Ashworth heads this one forward. Kupinas just got subbed in as well. The second change on the Capside squad. He puts in a nice little cross, but not able to put it home. There's Bear. Leaves it towards a victim. Waynes. Davidovich. Nice crossover towards Kane. There we go. Some good play coming out here from London. Will it lead them to anything? That's going to be the question. Lichtsteiner. Pogio. Nice cross. There we go. It's Sanji puts it forward for the opening goal for Inter London. It was coming. I saw that cross and I said, oh, that is just brilliant right there. And it's returned instantly. Man, give me a little bit of a second here to breathe. Yeah, Calderon just making things different. Get that throwing in. The Calderon got the little 1-2 low cross, and I didn't expect it to go through all those bodies. But Kupinash is there, and he's able to put it home. Clock, though, the second half is really ticking on, though. We saw a lot of highlights in that opening half. There we go. We come back here in the 79th minute. Etobens to Moff. Leaves it towards a slightly injured Kupinash. You know, who cares? He doesn't care. That ping was not on my end. Hopefully everything's okay on the other side. But we continue out here. Again, tough game here for Kun Jr. Still done a great job. Skovgard. Cantovens. Nice shot there. Heads off the iron. It's like, you know, he wants to join in. He wants to join in on the party. Waynes. Leaves it forward. Lichtsteiner. Last little play here in additional time in the second half. Trying to say, you know what, again, guys, it's preseason, so got to keep it forward, keep working on things. And you never know what's gonna happen from there. As they try to go quickly the other way, that one's just gonna go over the goal. Nothing too difficult. There's Francis. Set over towards Waynes. They'll cross their cut there by Jones, as there goes the full-time whistle. A very comfortable game here for Kapstad, but of course something to build forward here for Inter London. Their substitute there, Pogia, did a great job coming in, dropping that 7.3. Player of the match, though, no surprise, Alex Calderon, 2 goals, 1 assist. Kupinash did a great job coming off the bench as well, dropping in 8.6 with 2 goals. 25 shots. You know what? They did the work. They did the work here today, folks, and that's what matters most. 2 more games to go. We'll see you guys in a bit. Moving on to our next game. Oh, this one will be a fun one. Athenai versus Cairo City. Always a good battle between these two squads. As two coaches shake hands, and will be the start of their season. Let's take a look here on these squads. Going to be, once we get it forward, it's going to be Cairo in the yellow and black going from our right to our left. And Athenai will be, I think it's a dark green going from your left to your right. So we're just waiting here for the game to get underway. A little bit of a slight delay. The fans just being a little bit, set off a couple flares in the stadium. Just got to make sure they put them out before the game gets started. You know, just got to make sure things are okay. All right, referee's happy. We're all good. Let's get it forward. We'll talk about some of the teams here with some changes. We'll go from there. Here's the early chance here for Rodriguez, and Rodriguez gets knocked away there by Morgenstern. An early corner kick. All right, let's take a look here. Who's new? What to expect from these two squads? Let's start here with Athenai, as Rodriguez for Cairo gets a shot going over. Let's look here. We got Roy Rivers, of course. Familiar name. He's up there. Frosty Steele. Papapoulos. Sorry. Papapoulos is in the game. And we got Schweinsteiger as well. So 4 fresh faces coming in the draft for this Athenai squad. Joining a few of the season 20 players. So definitely looking to build from there. Veteran player being Soren Panda over here on the squad. Otherwise, a fairly young team on this Athenai squad. Moving forward towards Cairo City, of course. Tokyo had himself a great start to the season last season, and will look to try to keep that up in the major leagues. Their minor league team hoping to see some improvement, as there's a call for a penalty as Criminal brings down Herrera, and that one did not look like much. But I don't think, again, this preseason, I don't think there's VAR, so they got to go with the referee's call. And it's Sturm going up forward, and he puts it towards the bottom corner. Opening goal for Cairo City. Malachi Sturm puts it home. Nice, calm, and composed from the season 19 player. A lot of fresh faces, though. 4 fresh faces on this Cairo City squad. Of course, Daniel Herrera, the player who was brought down. He is one of the new players, as well as Juan Rodriguez, Nez Hevna, and Slothenson, of course, being the new players. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like Rodriguez has been officially signed just yet. So they got the rights to him. So hopefully they can lock him down this preseason. Go straight towards halftime break. Really, just flew compared to how many of the other games we've had so far. Just so many highlights. This one just flew right by. We're just flying here. All right, second half, folks. Here's Lorenzo Papapoulos towards Rivers. Here's Herrera. Dello tries to pay a shot there. That one gets blocked and it goes for a corner kick. Herrera. Little 1-2. Herrera gets this one back. And nice little finish. Nezhevna puts it forward for a goal. That's going to be a fun name to say this season. But it is a second goal for Cairo City. Definitely looking to improve themselves, getting themselves some goals this season as they are able to find another one there. Nice little shot from outside of the penalty area past the diving Satoshi in goal. Nezhevna puts it forward. Nice little rookie there in the defensive midfield position. Dello. Ultimus. Oh man, that is always a fun frame to see. Ultimus. Slothenson. Narvaez Jr. Nice little cross there for Sturm Rodriguez. Wow, what a save. That's an impressive save from up top. From Satoshi. Now here comes Athenai the other way. Can we see something going forward for them? Steal. Morgenstern. Papapoulos. Steal. That one's going to get poked away. Schweinsteiger now. Rivers over towards a criminal. He's that for Rivers. Good cross and Panda's got to put that one home, and he does. Great ball there from Roy Rivers. Gets it towards Panda. Is their way back in? Can they find one more with 15 minutes left to go? A nice job there, Criminal. Leave that one back for Rivers. Look at that cross. It was already new. I already was calling that goal before it got put in. Just wanted to make sure we got the perfect finish, and Panda did put the perfect finish home. Good job there from the squad. Herrera gets it forward. Papapoulos. Steal. Panda. Herrera. Tries to put it forward. Narvaez with the shot. Nice little play here from Cairo City. Liking the play what we've seen so far from this squad. Genderland tries a little bit of an effort there. That gets blocked here. Herrera puts it forward. Another penalty there, though. Narvaez brought down Steele, and where it looks like Kunitsky is ready to have an opportunity to tie this game up. But again, that one didn't look like much either. And this one puts it forward for Athenai. We have a tie game. Kunitsky does tie it up. And the referee, he's been happy with that whistle, so it's fair, though. One way apiece on both sides. And this game is now knotted up at 2s. There goes the final whistle. Shinezhevna, of course, picks up the player of the match. Herrera dropping a 7.4 as well. Roy Rivers, 7.5 on the other side as well. So some equal 7.5s. Morgenstern, 7.2. Good job. And Panda, of course, with the 7.3. So a lot of players dropping some good performances out there. As we have what is always going to be a fun battle between these two teams. Very even game. But Karo City having a little bit of a lead on shots and XG, was hoping to hold on towards that lead, but just could not do so. Moving over here towards our final match of the day. Again, I apologize here. Somehow had to deal with I'm dealing with a work emergency at the same time while commentating, so it's been a little bit tricky, but got to make sure the job is done here. Our final match of the day, of course, being Seoul against AS Paris. It's gonna be really awkward for myself commentating myself. I haven't done so yet. Wow, look at that Paris formation. 3 up top. Very interesting. Like seeing that, though. That's aggressive. Hopefully it's going to work out for them. A lot of space leaving open in towards that midfield, so we'll see how that goes. As here's Bradford with it now. For Paris. He's going to try a shot there. That's going to go just over the goal. But man, that's just a lot of space there. Be interested to see how that goes. As the Seoul going with the 5-2-1-2. And we'll see, of course, as well how that will go for the Seoul squad. As the clock is ticking itself on here, as Dehiron is going to try to win that ball forward. Gets it taken away. McFoot Cakes now. Fensterhausen. Back for McFoot Cakes as we'll look towards these two teams. What are some new faces on the squad here momentarily? As they will have a couple of new faces we'll see in just a few moments. As there's a good cross in for Belmont. As that one just goes over the goal. Paris, of course, picking up one of those top 3 goalkeepers in Chicken McTendy. As well as picking up Samson Okoro in the draft. So 2 new faces out here for this Paris team. Always a tricky sight as they're putting a lot of pressure on this Seoul defense with those 3 players up top. Asprey making the save there as here comes a corner kick from Lizard. Lizard letting that one go back out for a throw-in. As we go down the other way here with Salazar, one of the fresh faces out here for Seoul, taking the corner kick. Lasso for Salazar. There's myself. Back to Salazar. Hung-min. Hung-min with the shot. There's McTendy. One of the top goalkeepers in the draft class for a reason. Great save. Crowd blocking it out for another corner kick. This one's going to go towards the far post, and it's not going to find a way to get onto the goal. So 3 new players, of course, here on the Seoul squad. Yeah, Carolina Salazar, joining by Zoe Jenkins and Anthony Simmons. So 3 fresh faces out here on the Seoul squad, as De Heron is going to cross this one in towards the far post, and I almost got a goal there. Kawasaki, good job from him. Good header. Just got to get it onto the goal next time. Better finishing. We'll work on that on the activity check maybe for next week. But we go straight towards halftime. Not much action going on forward. We see Kawasaki, of course, dropping to 7.1. Stain did pick up a yellow card here. Otherwise, very even across the board on XG. 1 shot a goal apiece. Probably going to see some substitutions. 3 players on the bench for Seoul, so we'll probably see them getting into the play here. As Fensterhausen, of course, dropping to 6.9 on the other side for Paris. So very even game, and will be a fun battle between these 2 teams next time. Here comes the substitutions. Anthony Simmons and Zoe Jenkins are into the game. They're going to replace Lasso and Salazar. So just the 2 changes there for Seoul, but we continue out here. It's Dybala. Gonna cross this one in, but just ran out of time though, however, and it's going to go for a goal kick. Walker. Kawasaki. Playing central center back was the right center back last season. Looks to be playing a little bit more central center back. De Heron, one of the top players from last season on the minor league side. A ton of assists and player of the matches coming on that right side. So going to look to try and see if they can continue that here on the second season. As Kawasaki does well in the header, heads it on towards Jenkins. Stain. Simmons. Finds Bar. De Heron plays it in, and Hung-min puts it in for the goal. Kim Hung-min with a great finish there, and it's going to be Seoul who gets the opening goal in this match. Some great job there. No surprise, it's Bar De Heron, though that connection working again, and he puts a perfect cross in for Hung-min to put it in for the opening goal. It seems like every single game we're seeing an Andres De Heron assist from this player. Wins now. Can Paris respond? Belmont. Bradford. Here could be a great chance, but good job there from Simmons. It's going to be offside, though. Offside, but good job there from Simmons coming back in to support the defense to make that block. Jenkins finds Walker. Good job there from Wentz, able to poke that ball away, but it goes straight back. Does Solo back on the attack. Stain. A lot of space for them. They're going to take it a little bit forward and try for a shot. Sometimes the center backs say, you know what, we're all the way up the field. Let's try an effort. Gibra puts it home for a goal. Nice job there from Bar off the corner kick. Puts it towards Gibra, the striker. Left wide open on the top of the penalty area. Had enough time to control it. And it's a hard shot just through the hands of McTendy. And it's 2-0 for Seoul. As Gibra looking to leave off of what of a strong opening season they had at putting in the goals. Here's De Giron once again. Finds Walker. Simmons. Walker. For Barr. Get it over towards Jenkins. Nice job there to take a deflection, and Barr will find it. And he'll put it in towards the near corner. It's been all Soul second half. And they find a third one to add on to it. Jenkins just put the cross in. And it got poked away, but the clearance fell straight towards the foot of Barr. And he's able to put it home to add one more to the tally. Comes Asprey off the goal kick. Nice shot there from Bradford, able to win it away. Now looking for some support. Got a Cora there, the rookie. But can't find the passer. Good job from Gibra, able to come back to win it. Up for Bradford. Bradford with the shot. That one gets over the goal. But yeah, I think it's just the difference of having that huge gap there being the difference. Paris just haven't found the connection from the midfield towards the striker. Simmons finds Barr. Good effort. Here comes a De Giron once again. Carrying it through on the right side. Gonna play a cross in. There's a good try on the header. But Paris will be able to clean. Paris right now, their goal. Let's get one. Can they find a way to get one? Lizard will hit this ball forward. Here comes a chance there. Dybala is through. Do they find the one? No, Asprey. I don't know how he not only made the catch, made the save, but made the catch as well. Great job there from the goalkeeper. Comes Gibra. Simmons. De Giron always dangerous over on the corner. Back for Simmons, but there goes the full-time whistle. Pablo Kawasaki dropping the man of the match with an 8.0. Very proud of him. But of course, De Giron dropping a 7.8, and Zoe Jenkins coming off the bench with the 7.6. Great job from Jenkins. Over on the other side, a 6.8 coming in from Belmont, 6.7 from Dybala and Fensterhausen. But again, it was just a very tough second half. They got the shots. They just couldn't get them on target. And that was really just the difference there between the two teams, just getting the shots on the target. But it's been a fun match day in the preseason of the minor leagues. Definitely going to see what adjustments these two teams are going to do for the season. I expect Paris to switch it up a little bit on the formation when it comes to the season. But it's been a fun day, folks. This has been Pablo Kawasaki here, folks. There's the final job on the score lines. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.